The Great Wall of China is one of the most iconic human-made structures in the world, stretching over 13,000 miles and symbolizing both the strength and ingenuity of ancient China. Built over centuries and dynasties, it is more than just a wall. It is a symbol of national pride, resilience, and a testament to the ambitions of emperors who sought to secure their realm. Origins of the wall. The history of the Great Wall begins not with one massive structure, but with smaller, isolated walls built by rival states during the Eastern Zhou Dynasty, 770 to 256 BC. At the time, China was fragmented into several feudal states that constantly battled one another. These states, such as Qi, Yan, and Zhao, built fortifications to defend their borders. The state of Qin, under its ambitious ruler Qin Shi Huang, would eventually unify China in 221 BCE and become the first emperor of the Qin Dynasty. Recognizing the need to protect the northern frontier from invading nomadic tribes like the Xiongnu, he ordered the connection of various regional walls into a unified defense system. This marked the beginning of what we now refer to as the Great Wall. Construction under the Qin Dynasty. The wall under Qin Shi Huang wasn't the iconic stone barrier we see in pictures today. Instead, it was primarily made of tamped earth and wood. The construction methods were rudimentary, relying heavily on manual labor. Hundreds of thousands of soldiers, peasants, and prisoners were conscripted to work on the wall. Conditions were brutal. Many died from exhaustion, starvation, or accidents. The wall was nicknamed the longest cemetery on Earth due to the enormous loss of life. Despite the hardship, Qin's version of the wall stretched over 3,000 miles and served its primary purpose, to keep out northern invaders and consolidate imperial control over newly unified China. Han Dynasty expansion. After the fall of the Qin Dynasty, the Han Dynasty, 206 BCE, 220 CE, rose to power and made significant contributions to the Great Wall. Emperor Wu of Han was particularly active in strengthening China's defenses, extending the wall westward into modern-day Gansu and Xinjiang provinces to protect the Silk Road trade routes. This expansion allowed safer passage for goods like silk, spices, and jade, and helped foster trade with Central Asia and the Roman Empire. The Han-era wall included beacon towers for communication, military garrisons, and supply depots. Smoke signals were used to send messages across vast distances, often alerting the empire of incoming attacks. Period of disrepair and rebuilding. Following the Han Dynasty, China entered a period of disunity and civil war, known as the Three Kingdoms and later the Six Dynasties period. During these turbulent centuries, the wall fell into neglect. It wasn't until the rise of the Northern Wei, 386 to 534 CE, and Sui dynasties, 581 to 618 CE, that construction resumed. One of the most famous sections is the Badaling segment, located just north of Beijing. It was built in the 16th century and showcases the Ming's advanced architectural techniques, featuring crenellated battlements, arched gates, and stone pathways wide enough for troops and carts. Defense and daily life along the wall. The Great Wall was never a single continuous wall. It was a network of walls, trenches, natural barriers like mountains and rivers, and fortified outposts. Soldiers stationed along the wall lived under harsh conditions. They were responsible for monitoring movements, relaying messages, and defending against invasions. Some garrisons became self-sustaining communities, complete with homes, farmlands, and marketplaces. However, soldiers were often underpaid and struggled with supply shortages, especially during long winters in the mountains or deserts. Communication was vital. The Ming developed a sophisticated signaling system using smoke by day and fire by night. Different numbers of puffs or flames indicated the size of an approaching force. Was it effective? While the Great Wall served as a formidable barrier, it was not always successful in repelling invaders. Determined enemies found ways around, over, or through it. For example, the Mongols breached the wall in the 13th century and established the Yuan Dynasty. Later, the Manchus invaded from the northeast, passed through a guarded gate with the help of a defecting general, and founded the Qin Dynasty in 1644. Still, the wall succeeded in slowing down invasions and providing valuable early warnings. More importantly, it served as a psychological and symbolic barrier, reinforcing the identity and unity of the Chinese people. The wall after the imperial era. After the Qing Dynasty fell in 1912 and China became a republic, the wall ceased to serve a military purpose. It fell into disrepair as local communities scavenged bricks for homes and farms. In 1987, the Great Wall was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site, cementing its status as a global treasure. Restoration projects continue today, balancing preservation with tourism. Myths and misconceptions. The Great Wall of China is shrouded in myths. One common misconception is that it's visible from space. While as long, it's also relatively narrow and constructed from materials that blend with the natural terrain, making it extremely difficult to see unaided from orbit. Another myth is that the wall was a single, continuous structure built all at once. In reality, the wall was built in segments over many centuries by different dynasties, often with significant gaps and varying designs. Also, not all parts of the wall are built with stone. In desert areas, the wall was made from sand and reeds bound with sticky rice mortar, which surprisingly has stood the test of time in many places. Cultural significance. More than a military defense, the Great Wall holds profound cultural and symbolic meaning in China. It represents the strength, perseverance, and unity of the Chinese people. It has inspired poets, artists, and filmmakers. Chinese proverbs like, "He who has not climbed the Great Wall is not a true man," reflect its deep connection to national identity. The wall also serves as a cautionary symbol of the costs of imperial ambition. The massive human toll taken during its construction is a reminder of the sacrifices made in the name of empire and security. The Great Wall today. Today, millions of people from around the world visit the Great Wall each year. Some hike along restored paths, while others explore wild, unrestored sections that snake through mountains and forests. Sections like Muxianyu, Jinshanling, and Simitai offer different experiences, from tourist-friendly walks to rugged, remote treks. Fun facts about the Great Wall. Length. The combined length of all the wall sections ever built is over 21,000 kilometers, 13,000 miles. Materials. Depending on the region, the wall was made from tamped earth, wood, bricks, stone, and even rice-based mortar. Labor force. Historians estimate that millions of laborers worked on the wall throughout the centuries, including soldiers, peasants, and prisoners. Altitude. Some parts of the wall reach elevations over 5,000 feet above sea level. Legacy. The wall inspired other large-scale defensive structures worldwide and remains one of the most recognized symbols of ancient engineering. Final thoughts. The Great Wall of China is not just an ancient relic, it is a living monument that tells the story of an empire's dreams, fears, and determination. From earth mounds to massive stone fortifications, from forgotten outposts to world-famous landmarks, the wall embodies the enduring spirit of China. It stands today not only as a tourist attraction, but as a bridge between the past and the present, reminding us of what human effort, collaboration, and persistence can achieve. Whether you see it as a military marvel or a cultural masterpiece, the Great Wall remains one of the most incredible achievements in human history. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the history of the Great Wall of China, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories from history's greatest wonders.